Very well, I shall tell you a story. A story about an animal. You see, deep in the dark, murky reaches of the Adirondacks, where travelers dare not climb or even speak of, where strange, half-formed creatures toil in the mines away from the gentle touch of sunlight, there lives a bear. This bear is not merely any bear, you see. It is a werebear, of great and terrible teeth and claws. Now, one might think that this werebear might perhaps transform into, say, a man by the light of the full moon. You would be mistaken, for this bear transforms not into a man, but into a wheel of cheese. And it is not any wheel of cheese. It is the most delicious cheese known to history, a cheese greater than any tasted by man since the time of old. Many hunters came by the light of the full moon seeking this wondrous cheese. None returned, but every time one would draw close to the bear, a cloud would pass over the moon, bathing the cheese in shadow and turning it back into the fearsome creature that would maul and tear at their flesh and bones till not even the tiniest scrap remained. But these transformations did not come without their price, for every time the cheese wheel turned back into a bear, a little residue of cheese was left in its fur. And this bear was not immune to the temptations of the cheese. No, it would gnaw and pick at its fur until scabs and patchy bits were all that was left of it, open sores infested by the vile Adirondack flies, which are also animals, but this story is not about them because they are vile and disgusting and revolting. At any rate, this bear's sores and cuts became horribly infected. It needed medical attention, but it could not go to the hospitals in the Adirondack area, for all of the doctors had heard stories of the bear's evil and were afraid for their invalids in the hospitals, needed to protect them, would do so with their lives. And the bear, in its weakened condition, could not hope to fight back against so many. It needed to find treatment elsewhere, and so it enlisted the help of the strange half-formed creatures in the mines underground, whom some called goblins or trolls, but were in actuality probably some species of mole. They had these weird star-nosed things. And so, with the help of the moles, they dug and they dug and they dug down into the fiery bowels of the earth and off into the western distance until they reached the great city of Cleveland. For there, in the hospital, the head doctor was the second cousin thrice removed of the bear on the mailman's side, and would agree to treat him with no questions asked. The bear made a speedy and remarkable recovery under this doctor's care, and in honor of his ancestor, decided to become a mailman himself, until he got bored and committed suicide. The end.